Hello everybody, it's Kirby, and it is Wednesday, December 8th here on Inside the Lair. I'm riding solo today, and I apologize for the episode coming out so late, but with the shortened schedule at school today, we just didn't have enough time to quite get things all finished for this week. So I'm going to stay late and get the show out to all of you. Let's talk about girls basketball. They had a busy week as they had 3 games, Pine Island, Medford, and Randolph, all on their schedule here in the early part of the season. And they lost all those games, but I'm so happy that all those games were competitive and they were an enjoyable watch. So Tess Erlinson and Josie Flum led the team in scoring with 11 points each versus those Pine Island Panthers. And we ended up losing 47 to 36. But I was impressed with the shot selection of the Knights. They just couldn't get many to drop. The next night they went on to Medford, lost 38 to 34, and in that game they shot 5 for 19 from the free throw line. And if you want to win those tight games, the free throw line is usually where those games are decided. The Randolph Rocket was an excellent game on Friday night here at the Castle. In overtime, the Rockets ended up winning 61-58, and again those pesky free throws came into play as the Knights shot 3 of 12 in the second half. But hey, steps in the right direction. Coach Weemy was very pleased with the shot selection. Just need to work on those free throws, limiting turnovers, and continuing to play hard. Let's move on as I clear off the images off the screen. One other thing about those Knights, they've shot 32% from the 2-point field goal range and 14% from 3 to start the season. Now I've got a feeling that those numbers are going to climb and improve as the season goes on. And as those numbers climb, so will their winning percentage. Boys basketball has a 1-1 start to the season as they too took on those Medford Tigers back on Thursday of last week. And they won 75-44 in their opener. And Trevor Steberg led the Knights with 27 points, including 4 3-pointers made. A great game from Trevor. Layden Nearson had a 16-point effort in the win, and Luke Almy was another Knight in double figures with, I believe, 12 points. So congrats to the Knights for getting a very impressive win. And if you watched that game on the KW Activities YouTube channel, you saw excellent transition basketball, selfless, sharing the ball very well were those Knights. And they really overwhelmed the Tigers with some pressure defense, mixing in some man and some zone, and which led to some many steals and deflections that led to easy layups. Last night they went on to Goodhue to tangle with those Wildcats, and it was a different story. Goodhue ended up winning 59-47, and unlike the first game with Medford, Goodhue really dictated the tempo and the style of play that the game was played at. The Knights couldn't really get out into their transition offense, which really hurt their offense as they only scored in the 40s. But we gave up way too many offensive rebounds, which led to second chance points for those Goodhue Wildcats. But Goodhue's no slouch. They're predicted to be one of the top 4 teams in Section 1 this year, and they have all 5 starters returning from last year's team. I had a chance to catch up with Coach Lurkin to talk about his squad. Let's take a look. Hey, I'm here with Coach Brent Lurkin, entering his 4th year as head boys basketball coach now. Coach, had a couple games under your belt. What are your initial thoughts?
I think we're off to a pretty good start this year. We had a nice win at home against Medford to start the season, and then we had a really tough road section test against Goodhue last night, and we're able to get one win against Medford and couldn't pull it out last night, but I thought the boys gave a real good effort. It was a physical game. Just need to keep working and improving, and hopefully we'll see Goodhue again later on in the season.
Yeah, against Medford, you're able to get in your transition offense, really opened up some easy baskets for us. Last night it was a little more challenging with Goodhue, but there is a consistent theme to the season, something that the boys have said, DRF or DFR. What does that mean?
It's just some things we've really been focusing on. So we've been talking really about trying to play strong defense, rebounding, and then knocking down our free throws. So D for defense, R for rebounding, F for free throws. And then The boys actually decided the other day that they want to start focusing on taking some charges, so we're talking about adding a C to the end of that. So,
all right, I like it. Last question. Entering the Gopher Conference this year, who are some of the teams that we can expect to be towards the top of the standings at the end of the year?
Well, we're divided into two divisions, and so I'd say in our division, Hayfield's going to be really tough, defending state champs. Triton and Randolph should also be pretty strong, so we'll look to compete with those teams on our side. And then the other side, I would say the overwhelming favorite will be Maple River, and they should be really tough and probably one of the teams to beat in Class 2A this year.
All right, well, best of luck. That's Coach Brent Lurkin. I'm Kirby. We'll see you later. The Knights, I should say both the girls and the boys' Knights teams, will be taking on the Panthers from New Richland, Heartland, Ellendale, Geneva on Friday night, with the girls' game being home. And we're hoping that Jim Swigum and Jason Quam will be on the air again that night. Let's go ahead and talk about the wrestling team as they went up to the Chisago Lakes tournament on Saturday. They went 2-2 in the tournament as they fell to, they fell to Foley 38-31 and also Cambridge Isani. But they picked up wins versus the Chisago Lakes team and the Nurheg Panthers as well. I want to say congratulations to Ryan LeCan and Miles Thompson for picking up their first varsity wins and maybe even pins. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. But congrats to those guys for getting some varsity action. The wrestling team will host a triangular with Faribault and Nurheg tomorrow at the Castle. And that will start at 5 o'clock in the evening, and we will have that on our KW Activities YouTube page. All right. We have a new segment this week, and it is Preston highlighting Minnesota sports over the past week, and he's created his own recap of those Minnesota sports. Take it away, Preston.
What is up, everybody? It's Preston Leniger here reporting from the Target Center with your Minnesota sports recap of this week. Busy week for Minnesota in sports. You know, we have the Minnesota Wild, Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Minnesota Vikings all playing at once. You can't forget about the Gophers and the Lynx as well. But to talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves, they've been doing pretty good this year. Just below 500 for our record as we've come off 2 losses. Last Friday we played the Nets. We lost 105-110. Our top 3 scorers that game were D'Angelo Russell with 21, Anthony Edwards with 19, and Malik Beasley with 18. And here's a clip from the game of Anthony Edwards getting a phenomenal dunk that left the whole entire Wolves bench shook. And then on Monday night, 2 nights ago, we played the Atlanta Hawks, and we ended up losing 121-110. Not really a close game. We gave up way too many three-point looks for the Atlanta Hawks just to run away with the game. Our top 3 scorers that game were Kat with 31 points, Malik Beasley with a handful of threes, ended up dropping 24 points, and Anthony Edwards, always doing his thing with 20 points. And here's a clip of Malik Beasley hitting another clutch 3 for the Timberwolves. And how about our Minnesota Vikings doing just Minnesota Viking things, losing to the 0-10-1 Detroit Lions with a final touchdown where if you looked up in the top left corner, you didn't see Cam Dantzler doing anything. But you can't blame that loss on Justin Jefferson. He did amazing, phenomenal, 11 catches, 182 yards, and a touchdown. Also can't forget about KJ Osborne with his great catch in the end zone, too. And how about the Minnesota Wild this year? The only team that keeping our hopes up, making us happy with a record of 17-6-1 as they just won a big game against the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are 17-7-1 now. Cam Talbot only allowed 3 goals off of 40 and had 42 saves that game. Foligno, Greenway, and Zuccarello all had 1 goal for the Wild. Well, we went into a shootout with the Maple Leafs, and Kirill Kaprizov ended up scoring the final goal, just making it look too easy for the Wild. And that'll be it for this week of the Minnesota Sports Recap. We have some fun games coming up next week. Timberwolves play Wednesday night. Vikings have a primetime Thursday night game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll see how Kirk can do against that. You know how he is with his primetime, but we'll get it going. And also, I think either Tuesday night or Wednesday night, the Wild play another big team who has Connor McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers. And that's it for us this week. Have a great day.
All right, thanks, Preston. Appreciate all of that. Moving on to alumni news, Megan Flum. Yes, the Megan Flum that is at the Winona State Warriors for the volleyball team was named to the Division II First Team All-America team. So congratulations, Megan, and I believe that your senior season has finished. Congrats on an excellent career and a huge honor to be named First Team All-America. We look forward to having Megan on next week's show as she has agreed to an interview with us to highlight her senior season and her career at Winona State. Auditions for this year's winter high school play are already happening next week. Thursday, December 16th, after school, the auditions will take place. And this year's winter play is a musical, my favorite types of plays, a musical titled The Drowsy Chaperone. We look forward to that in March. Hey, next Tuesday, December 14th, the KW High School Band and Choir will present their Sounds of the Season holiday concert. The show will start at 7 p.m. Throughout the show, a silent auction will be held for those students attending the Nashville and St. Louis trip. We hope to see you there. And if you can't make it, you can always check out the YouTube page. We'd like to highlight some supplies for students. Through the generous donations of various local organizations and individuals, we have an inventory of free supplies that are available to students who have a need. These supplies include personal care items, such as hygiene items, deodorant, toothpaste, etc. Coats, shoes, backpacks, and general school supplies like folders and notebooks and pens. And if you have any need for any of those donated supplies, we have some people that would be happy to help. Contact Miss Bartholomew, Miss Anderson, Miss Quam, Mr. Ryan, or Shannon and Marlis in the office. Over the past few weeks, Rudy's economics class has been working on creating a product to present to the Shark Tank. It's the annual Shark Tank project, and Alex and Faith set out to recap the project and highlight some of the students' ideas. Take it away.
So I'm here with Mr. Retzikel, our economics and social studies teacher. So what is this Shark Tank project all about?
Sure. So in one of our units, we talk about the importance of human capital and productivity, which is all about improving your skills, coming up with new inventions that can help the economy grow. So a project that I came up with, and it's not original, it comes from the TV show Shark Tank, and actually learned about it before Shark Tank at an econ conference I went to. It basically has students come up with a new innovation. You have to design a prototype and come up with a new invention that everybody is going to want to love. And I like the project because it really shows creativity. The prototype does not have to be fully functional. Like I always say to the students, you can tell us like how it will work, and that way you can dream bigger and you can come up with some really wild innovations out there. And it's always fun to hear them. It's fun to hear the kids present, and it's fun to have the other students in the class act as the Shark Tank judges and evaluate the innovations. And then we vote on winners for the project.
Yeah, I definitely had fun in class doing this project. How long have you been doing it?
Oh boy, probably close to 10 years.
Oh wow, so
Yeah.
it's been going for a while.
Yep, yeah, and I have in my classroom a couple of inventions from previous years that one that I really liked during the COVID pandemic was the hat that had the roll of toilet paper on there when there was the toilet paper shortage, so that way you could walk around and you'd never be without your toilet paper.
Yeah, so thank you very much.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm here with Andrew and Jaden, and what is your invention called?
The Barmax Plus.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So what does it do? What is it?
Oh, well, it is more than just a bench bar. It can be changed into many little curl bars as this. It can turn into a normal regular curl bar for 2 arms.
So it's for weightlifting.
Yes.
How much does this cost?
About $69.99.
Okay. How did you come up with this idea? You just like weightlifting that much?
Yeah, it's a normal thing I think of a lot.
Yeah, big weightlifter.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, I am here with Devin, who is a young entrepreneur and has made the, what do they call
The
it?
step it up flip flops.
Nice. So what is this
Yeah.
all about?
Have you ever wanted to be taller and reach like the top shelf of stuff for like whatever without a stool?
Yes, I actually have.
These are for that specifically, just that. Or like just being tall if you want to, I don't know.
So you like can walk around them and stuff?
Yeah, you can. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
See.
How much do these cost, Devin?
$60.
Okay, not too bad. Not
Yeah,
too bad.
not too bad. Very
How'd you come up with this invention?
I was at the store and this old lady walked up to me and asked me to get like a can of soup from the top shelf. I didn't want to. I didn't want to get the soup, but like I did anyway. So yeah, but only if the old woman had been taller, she wouldn't have had to bother me.
So if she had the clip flops,
Yeah, if she had the
she
flip
could learn
flops.
herself.
Yeah.
So where can these people buy your clip flops, Devin?
Shoe stores in general, I guess.
You got that.
Yeah, you got that.
Thank you very much, Devin. I'm here with Natalie and Claire, and they have made the, what is it called, Claire?
Magic Micro.
The Magic Micro. How does this work?
You just type in what you want and then it makes it for you.
That's pretty cool. Where can you get this Magic Micro?
Amazon or anywhere.
How much does it cost?
$4.99.99.
It's pretty good. How did you come up with this idea?
Spy Kids.
Well, thank you very much.
Yep.
We dream every night. Can you believe that? But some may have trouble remembering their dreams. If you're someone with that problem, get the Dream Pillow, where it records all your dreams and you can rewatch them as many times as you want. Here's a review from the Dream Pillow.
Dream Pillow is the best. I can replay my best dream.
With the price of just $100, you can see what your dream's about each night. You can get any print on your pillow. If in need of one, contact Faith Mailing at 507-884-5512 to order one now.
Thank you to Faith and Alex for that awesome recap, and to Rudy, great job as well. My little Lexi is in 3rd grade, and she loves watching Inside the Lair. So she decided to make her own segment, and this is all about the goodies of this time of the year. The season is calling for homemade Chex Mix.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we're making homemade Chex Mix. And make sure you click on the subscribe button, turn on notification, give me a huge thumbs up. So, first thing you're going to do is turn the oven on for 250 degrees. Now you're going to make a secret potion to put onto the Chex Mix. And then you're gonna add some Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. And pop it in the microwave.
And then pop it in the microwave. And take out the potion and start stirring it. We're gonna set this aside and start adding the good stuff. We're gonna need a cup of pretzels, nuts, and Chex to put in the big one. Now we're gonna take some of our secret potion and sprinkle it on.
Step aside, partner, it's my day. Bend an ear and listen to my version.
Now we're gonna stir it up. Now we're going to repeat that process 2 more times.
Boy, you can give me a shine.
Now we're going to take it and put it in the oven for 1 hour and stir it up for every 15 minutes.
Use the pan.
The last step is to take it out of the oven and try some of this good stuff. You've watched Lexi make Chex Mix, and you need to make this good stuff. Bye.
And before we end our show, I would like to say thank you to the Kenyon Snowdrifters for donating a few computers to our classroom. Our online broadcasting students are going to have the top of the line iMac computers to use for editing this show and other assignments throughout the year. So thank you, Kenyon Snowdrifters. You are awesome. All right, we will see you back here next week, December 15th. And until then, enjoy the snow and go Knights.